All right, traders, will watch this video for Wednesday, March 6th. I'm showing you 2-minute candles on QTT from this morning. This is what it looked like. This was the opening 2-minute candle. Sold off, came right back up. Wayne put this on our radar, said, hey, we need to keep our eyes on this QTT. It's been really strong lately. Daily chart looks good. Big seller on the tape at 1420. Loved it through that. Wayne loved it through that. So both of us said, hey, QTT through 1420. Knowing why, not just a random seller on the tape, but we had high of day just a nickel above that, right? So if we break that 1420 seller, it might give us enough momentum to rip through the high of day. And what's above that? Yesterday's high, 1450. So we have what you always hear me refer to as stacked catalysts. Seller taken out right here. 1, 2 dominoes to possibly fall. And here's what happened. There's the first 2-minute candle, second, 3. So in about 8 minutes, let's go one more. 10 minutes, we're up a buck. And this is a perfect example of the stuff we look for. Stacked catalyst, level 2, clean level 2, recent, a nice looking recent high flyer, decent looking daily chart, and look at that big rip. Now, after saying all that, this is also another great example of why I don't swing trade. As I'm making this video, this one went down to about 1350 in after hours because they had earnings. I don't mind trading before earnings. I'm just not going to hold into the closing bell. And so now it's all the way down here. Everybody's underwater from today that held overnight. But as far as a day trader, beautiful setup. Beautiful setup right there. Starts knocking down the catalysts, and we are selling into it. So it's a pretty good example of what we do. The kind of setups we look for. What am I watching for tomorrow? Let's glance at the SPY real quick. SPY, pretty narrow day compared to yesterday. Again, I expect it to have trouble with this area up here. And there it is on an intraday basis. Complete. I mean, look at this. Right here is where it opened. And just a complete chop fest. I mean, it ended up just chopping around that opening price all day long. All right, so what am I watching for tomorrow? BLNK. I like, had this nice pop here. The longer term chart looks good. You can kind of see that we've turned the corner down here. A little bit of a cup and handle going on, from here to here. So it looks good over these recent highs, kind of flagging on the daily. Definitely want to watch it. IFMK. Now, NIO reported after hours and got hit, so I'm not sure if that's going to make anything electric car related week tomorrow. We'll have to see. IFMK, couple nice big volume days for this stock recently, and then spiked to $1.90, came back down, but it's starting to curl back up. Today's high was $1.63. I like the volume and the action, and it looks like a potential long for tomorrow. Only with a proper intraday setup though. RTTR, big volume day, closing near its highs. We'll see if that can give some kind of follow through. IGC, kind of have a little bit of a cup and handle. Want to watch that one. JMU had this monster day yesterday, kind of a quiet inside day, staying in the upper half of yesterday's range today on lower volume. Could be a good third day play. Solo, here's why I like this one. Again, if the electric car companies get going, I'm kind of skeptical because of NIO after hours, but after that big move, I still have my little flag drawn right there. The day of this big move, we were trading this one, made a lot of money on it. Then the next day, it put in its high early. The next day, 2, the next day, 2, the next day, 2, and today topped out at exactly 4. So it seems to have found support around 390. There was a seller on the tape at 4, plus a possible hold number inflection point. If the electric car vehicle stuff gets going, I like Solo. But when you glance at the daily, I don't like it. So, I don't know. It's, I like stuff that's got catalyst just above, and I can't say you've really got that here. But because it made such a nice intraday move about a week ago, it stays on watch. And real quick, I'll show you NIO. This is NIO. I really like the chart coming into the close, and then it kind of sold off at the close. Then in after hours went all the way down to 835. So, as I'm making this video, I'm thinking, yeah, Solo's probably not going to be in play. JP had this big volume day yesterday, then a quiet inside day today. We'll see if we get a third day play there. TLRA back on bounce watch, just another red day. Volume's declining after this big 2-day move. Pretty good setup for a turn tomorrow. BPTH, massive move, 2 days lower on declining volume. Another good setup for a possible rip higher after a couple-day pullback. SQBG gapped up, sold off, then ripped the next day. Now you've got 2 days lower on declining volume. AWSM closing about where it opened after the gap up. But if it gets any kind of traction, it might give a good trade. Couple more. ACB, very big volume today, closing at its highs. You do have another catalyst on the chart over here, over 834. Kind of have almost blue skies. And then SSLJ, nice little breakout today, closing near its high. So that's plenty to watch. We're going to add some gappers to this list as well. And I'm going to leave it at that, and we'll see everybody tomorrow.